truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings. Today I want to speak to you on the subject of creative thinkers and doers, and show you how the lectures of Neville Goddard and the teaching that he received from Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, how it all correlates with free thinkers and doers, and how they are actually the architect of this universe, and they make this world a better place for everyone. As a matter of fact, many of the great inventors, they were also great thinkers, and they put a smile on the face of everyone. Just look at the invention of electricity, and you see how it provides so many useful outlets for everyone. And we are all grateful, and we are all in gratitude for such invention. And that is why it is very important for us to have creative minds and to become creative thinkers and doers. And so whenever we look at the story of Abdullah and Neville Goddard, we have to see definitely how Abdullah taught Neville that creative thinking constitutes a lot to abundance and prosperity, and how when people do not use their minds in a creative way, most likely they're going to use it in a destructive way, or they're going to use their mind in ignorance. And so it was a time like now where there was a lot of fear energy. Because there's a lot of energy of fear on the planet right now. But we see that Abdullah, he was under the energy of love, because he would have tapped into his creativity. And he knows what it means to be innovative and creative. Therefore, my brothers and my sisters, it is time like now that people must become creative and innovative and learn to understand the signs of the time and what the signs are saying. You see, whatever is happening on the planet is what is taking place from within. So there's mass hysteria that is happening. Mass psychosis is happening. Fear everywhere. Yet we see that there was a message to sustain the people, and everyone wanted to have an interview with Abdullah. And now we see right now, everyone wants to share the work of Neville Goddard. And the fullness of the message is actually self-realization, which is true salvation. We reach a time where you have to realize that you have to redeem yourself, that you have to free yourself from every form of slavery, and you have to lift your vibration, lift your frequency, and use your ability to help to uplift the rest of humanity. because the planet is off balance. Definitely it is off balance around this time where there is so much fear. And so we're seeing these systems are being broken so that some will be able to go free. But many people have been programmed for so long that change seems very hard for them, especially changing their belief system around this time. For example, those who are religious, they fail to see that around this time that it is science versus superstition. And superstition will never prevail above science, because it's all about science of the mind. And the strange thing is that I could say science over superstition, but actually I'm just quoting something that I heard a very popular politician in this country would have said, and the people miss it when he said it. That science above superstition. So we need scientific minds who would understand that we're spirit having a human experience, and that the Bible is a book of mind science, and that instead of we saying, what can my country do for me, we should be saying, what can I do for my country? How may I serve my country? How may I uplift the rest of humanity? What can I do in this crowded world? What have you done to earn your place in this crowded world? Because it's crowded. And most of the crowd is at the bottom of the pyramid as feeders. Just eat, sleep, and shit. But Abdullah taught Neville Goddard that he had to rise above that level of existence, above that animalistic level of existence, and come in to know his true self. And know that he is a creative thinker and an innovator. And that these are the men and women that we need to build solid structure in our society, in our community. We need men and women who will become doers, thinkers and doers. That's why you have a hand and you have a brain. You're supposed to be the thinker and the builder. You're supposed to become a doer. You came here to learn how to manipulate energy. You come here to learn to create, to build, to expand, to grow, to change. There must be a metamorphosis. You can be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I heard a very popular person who everyone will know when I mention the things he would have said. You will know exactly who the person is. This person said that he wished that there were more people in the world like Elon Musk. This is a man who have bought so many farmlands. This is a man who is basically like, seen as one of the richest men in the world. What he was really saying, more thinkers and doers, more productive people. And my brother, my sisters, it doesn't matter how much you know the lectures of Neville Goddard, and how much you can quote the lectures of Neville Goddard, and how much you can say you manifest. At the end of the day, You got to become far much more creative and innovative. And in doing so, sometimes you have to go beyond what others would have laid there before. That is why the message is not just about getting material things. It is about knowing who you are. It's about knowing your real power. It is knowing your true identity. That it is your divinity. So you can think more creatively, more innovatively. Because why? You're not just a hearer, you become a doer. And so many people have got caught up in intellectualism. That is why I say a lot of people look like me that many a time we talk too much and fail to realize that actions speak louder than words. To say that you are God is to have a mind like God. To have a God mind. A God mind is a creative mind. It's an innovative mind. A mind that learns to adapt, overcome, improvise. So you must adapt. You must improvise if you want to overcome. So you can't just talk about being God. You have to act like a God. You have to talk like a God. You have to sex like a God. You have to do everything like a God. And God inside of you is the creative you. Because out of the invisible comes the visible. Everything was first a thought. Everything was first an idea. Everything was first imagined. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That's why I'm telling our people that the Bible is not literal, neither is it secular history. The Bible is written symbolically. And it have no reference to anyone who existed thousands of years ago and any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. If you look in all different cultures that believe in some sort of Lord and some God or some Savior that is outside and they paint some sort of picture to you, they always have a halo. Either above the head or back of the head. The halo represents what? The sun. The sun in man. That looks like an eye. It's the eye in man. And when that eye opens within you, you know that is the rising of the sun. The rising of the S-U-N and the S-O-N. So my brother, my sisters, you must tap into your creativity. You must tap into your genius mentality. It's all in you. Everything is within you. So when Abdullah told Neville to sleep in his mother's home in Barbados in his imagination, and he would sleep there physically, after a series of events would have taken place, and that he would have already gone there first class, it is because Abdullah understood the principle of seeing things through the portal, seeing things through the eye of God, seeing things through the mind's eye. Letting your light beaming down. So that all would see. That's why you're told, let your light so shine before the world. You see, as the sun is shining before the world, and the world could see, so you must let your light so shine. Your results, your creative results, because nothing could increase, nothing could grow without the sun. Yet many people stay holding on an idol and think and believing in a S-O-N. So this whole truth of which Neville was lecturing about is about destroying the S-O-N and understanding the power of the S-U-N within you. So you're operating your creative self, in your innovative self, to understand the mind and how the mind works. Because Earth is a school, you came here to learn. So my brother, my sisters, what am I saying? Right now what is happening on the planet is that they need more creative men and women. They need more thinkers and doers and less feeders. People need to wake up. People need to stop being religious and superstitious and understand that the Bible is a book of mind science and everything is basically science. Science of mind, because everything starts for us with a thought, an idea. Was for us to be imagined to be a spiritual scientist working with spiritual divine laws. The laws that governs all of humanity. And the laws that governs the universe. No one can check those laws. So be more creative by learning to believe in yourself, love yourself, embrace yourself, and believe the fact that God in man is man's imagination. That is the truth. And if you cannot understand that you are the perceiver beholding the perception, if you cannot understand that you're the creator beholding the creation, if you cannot believe in yourself, there's no one can believe in you, then what is your purpose here on this planet? Do you realize that there's going to be a new utopia? And the question will be asked, in this crowded world, what have you done? How many people's lives have you changed? How many people's lives have you touched in a positive way? You want to make sure you have your place here. What have you done to have your place here? See? So, my brother, my sisters, do not take this knowledge lightly. Put it to work in your life. Especially in this time, this little grace period that's happening. It's time for you to really wake up and learn to believe in yourself. Put these things to work. Even if it means sacrificing everything, have the time to put these things to work in your life. If you can make the sacrifice to do it, because everything calls for a sacrifice. Everything is going to cause you. So, my brother, my sisters, you know, as I come to a close, I want to say to you, my main message is that you must become more innovative, you must become more creative as we continue to grow, as we continue to expand, as the world become more populated, you know, and we would need to have, you know, balance on the planet. Too much destructive thinking. Too much negative thinking. What can anyone ask of you more than to believe in yourself? Trust the power that is within you. Doesn't matter what name you want to call that power. Trust the power that is within you. Let go of the system. You can't be in the system and try to fight the system. You have to understand the system. How the system works. You have to understand this life is a game and learn how to play the game. Very important. You have to understand it's all a stage. These are things you need to understand. So, you know, my brother and my sister, I don't want to go on anymore. I want to come to a close. I want to say it's very, very important for, you know, a lot of people to understand, you know, kinetic science, okay? And what was there before, you know, it was even plagiarizing the form of the Bible. But still, all the gods of the people, they are vain. The real God is within. Your true self, your higher self. Man, know thyself. Thy innovative, creative self. And then live like a God. You don't have to tell anyone that you're God. When you live like a God. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you listen to me and what I'm saying, it makes sense to you, really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you would like to find me on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at Black Mad Guru. And if you feel very strongly led to support this work, we have a PayPal and the link is down below. Feel free to check out the link. Also, we have a Patreon and feel free to check it out also. And that Patreon I have a course. It's called the Inner Sun Science and Technology or the Inner Sun Engineering to create your reality consciousness. And it's all about aligning with the sun that is within you, the light that is within you that will bring you into your purpose. Okay? So if you feel led to check it out, it's for people who are donating at least $20 or more. It's available to you. Okay, so with all of that, this is my brother and my sister. I want to thank you very much. I want to say peace, love you all. I'm out.